Hello from California. This is Sandy from Messy Papercrafts, your #1 online store with the most exciting crafting items. And welcome to this week's episode of What's in This Box. And today I have exciting news for you because, ta-da! We have the new release from Stamperia in the house and the Create Happiness line. So let's get that out. All right, so as you can see, we have these amazing new releases here by Stamperia. And this is actually not all. Stamperia also brought out 4 different Christmas releases this year. And I will create another video that will focus only on those. Because for now, I think you can see we have already so much to talk about. And let's start with the Create Happiness line by Stamperia, because I know that a lot of crafters were looking forward for this new release by Vicky. And if you never heard about her, then definitely check her out on YouTube, because there you can see all these tutorials on her art journaling. And what amazes me is that, yeah, Vicky is so good in layering on different colors or inks or sprays, and then she combines it with stamps and stencils and rub-on and ephemera. And yeah, it just looks like a piece of art, and it always just fascinates me. And if you're saying, well, I'm not really into art journaling, so I'm not into any of that stuff, then I would still check her out, because all of these tips and techniques you could also use for scrapbooking or for card making. So there's definitely a lot of things to learn from, in my opinion. And I just love all of these different things that she brought out last time. And I also love this new release. And yeah, let's just talk about the ephemera first. So if you remember last time, the ephemera was more like summer related. And this time I would say it's a little bit more in these fall or autumn colors. And it's very beautiful, I think. And these are actually called adhesive paper cutouts ephemera. And the nice thing is that if you're into art journaling and you have an art journal where you don't want to create a lot of bulk, then these are like stickers. So you literally just peel the back off and then you stick them down. And this way, obviously, you don't create a lot of bulk at all. Or you can also use them in a way that Vicky is using them, where she's not usually peeling off the back and sticks them flat on. She's actually using glue, and she just leaves off the border. So she's not gluing it all the way to the end, but she just puts the glue in the middle. And this way she can still decorate this ephemera with even more pieces where she just tucks it behind. So I think this is great. So you can either just stick it down, or you can use glue, or if you're maybe more into card making, then you can also just use foam tape and then pop it up, and then this way you can create more layers. But let's bring this out so that you actually see what we're talking about here. All right, I hope you can see this against this background. And yeah, similarly to the last release, some items are a little bit bigger, so they're great for a card front or maybe for a bigger art journal. And then we also have these smaller pieces where you can use those to basically to embellish the bigger ones if you wanted to, or of course you can also use these maybe for a smaller art journal. So I like it that you have in one ephemera pack so many possibilities. So I think this is really great. Let me just sort this out here a little bit so you can see this a little bit better, I hope. All right, so as you can see, these are a little bit bigger, but I think the size is really good because it's also not too big. So if you have a smaller art journal like this, for example, would be now 6x6, then, this would be a really good size. And I just think it's such a beautiful design because it's a bit of a vintage retro fall vibe. And yeah, if you check out Vicky's video, then a lot of times she used already ephemera from her new line. So if you need any kind of inspiration, then you can just check out her videos. Or you can also see some of Vicky's examples where she created an art journal on our website at Messy Papercrafts, because where you find the ephemera and Vicky's products, in there you will also find some of her pictures for your inspiration. And I mean, look at this. This is so beautiful. I just love this gramophone, the typewriter. It's just so gorgeous. Then I think Vicky mentioned in one of her videos that she has a cat which is called Ginger. So I would assume it's a ginger cat. And here we also have this in her ephemera pack, which I think is so adorable, so cute. And here we have another one. Isn't this so cute? Such an adorable little cat. And I love cats. If you ever watched any of my other videos, and I mentioned this quite a lot, I just love cats. And then we also have these suitcases here, and I think this is also really nice. And yeah, as I mentioned before, if you wanted to decorate this now even further, just don't stick it down, glue it down like Vicky with the glue in the middle, and then you could just tuck more things behind here if you wanted to embellish this further. So I just love that you have this option here, for example, and then can create even more of a decoration for this ephemera. So we have these smaller pieces, we have these bigger pieces, and as you can see, with one pack of ephemera, you can create so many different things, all these different flowers, butterflies. I also love these keys, because I always think this is really nice when you create a card maybe for somebody who just moved or maybe bought a house or something like that. And I always think this is kind of cute if you can create something with a key, or maybe you have a different idea, of course. But yeah, these are all the different ephemera pieces. I love all these butterflies and all of these, fall or autumn colors. So the other packs that we had before was more like bluish and pinkish. So it had more like a summer vibe. And here we have these beautiful, warm, fall colors. And I just think it's absolutely stunning. I love all of those. Let me just put this to the side. All right. And next up, if you wanted to decorate this even further, then if you check out Vicky's YouTube tutorials, then you also see that she's using a lot of these rub-on designs. Let's say maybe this one here. And then you just cut it out and then you just rub it on behind here. And this way you can also create more texture on your cards or in your art journals. Once again, if you don't like to create a lot of bulk, but you still like to add some interest, then these rub-ons are obviously perfect because they're completely flat in your project. So I just think they're stunning. And then here we have even more rub-ons. This is called Journal. And that's kind of like a vintage, kind of retro inspired art journaling look, I would say. Here it says Hotel St. Petersburg, Paris, just be yourself, journal, create happiness, of course, postcard, Sacramento, like these are like post stamps or like postage. And if you can dream it, you can do it. So again, really beautiful. I love all of that. And then we have these tickets. I think it's actually called labels. If you go on the website, you will see these. And here we have these different ticket styles. And I love tickets. I mean, in Messy Papercrafts, we have so many different stamps where you have tickets. And I just think anything with tickets, that's always great for art journaling because you just add all of this interest. So I think these are beautiful. And here it says, journey, freedom, wonderful, happy day, remember, bon voyage, memory lane, dreamland, and create important memories. So it's really beautiful. I love those two. So next, let's talk about the stencils. So we have these really cool stencils here for mixed media. And I hope you can see this because, the design is amazing, I think. And if you watched Vicky's videos, then you can see that she is using these stencils very differently. So sometimes she just puts down ink and then she puts a stencil on top and then she kind of wipes the ink out of here, like with a wet towel or like a baby wipe. And then this way you just get this kind of like lifted impression. And then it's more like a subtle effect. But it works really nicely when you do anything retro. And then other times she's using it more like a mixed media style where she has like a texture paste in it, or of course you can also ink with another colors through here. So the possibilities of these stencils, they're just amazing, and they're really thick and I kind of feel sturdy. So after each use, you just wipe them off and then they're ready to go for the next time. So I think the quality here is really nice too. And I feel like that this stencil, that works really nicely together with the new stamp. So here we also have these like alphabet and number related images here. And this is really nice for any kind of background or mixed media. I just love this. And here is the compass or the clock. So I think this is really nice. It works really good together. I love how Vicky creates all of these different designs that fit so nicely together. And then we have another stencil, which is called Music. As you can see, that makes sense because we have these notes here. But then we also have these really beautiful, more like romantic borders or something that you could create with that. So I think this is really nice as well. And there's actually a third stencil that will come to the line, which is more like a map. But yeah, Stamperia, they didn't have this yet, so I can't show it to you, but hopefully soon. And then last but not least, we have another stamp. And yeah, we have this really cool film strip here and leaves, and then this text. And I hope that you had a chance to play with these stamps before, like if you ordered actually the last or the previous release by Vicky, because then you hopefully had a chance to play with those and just see what amazing quality they are made of. I just think it's stunning because a lot of times when I buy these acrylic stamps, you have to maybe prime them like with some kind of ink so that the next time when you stamp them, it's actually easier. But with these ones, I didn't even have to use a MISTI or like a Tim Holtz stamping platform. I could just put them onto my acrylic block and I just stamped them down, and I had such a great impression. I was just really stunned by the quality. So yeah, I hope you had a chance to get your hands on the last release, and if not, then maybe this one. And I hope that you will also really enjoy these stamps. I just think they're stunning. And last but not least, let's talk about these inks. So they're also in the Create Happiness line. And once again, if you watch the videos, then you might have seen already Vicky playing with them. And we have these different colors here. So this is called Cerulean Blue, really nice. And then there's another blue one here, which is called Blue Navy. Then we have one that's burgundy. It's more like red. Then we have a green one, which is called Nature. And then there's a brown one, which is called Coffee. And then last but not least, this is a black one, which is called Black Shadow. And I love these inks, and they are similar to the Distress line, that they're water reactive. So you see sometimes in Vicky's video how she puts the ink down and then she splashes this with water, waits a little bit to give the water a chance to soak in. And then with a kitchen towel, she just lifts this color back off. And then you have this really cool distressed look. And now let's talk about the Cosmos Infinity release, which, let's start here, which was designed by Christina Radovan. I hope I say this correctly. And these are in 12 by 12, and we have the normal scrapbooking paper pad, and then we also have a background pad, and then we also have a 6 by 6 pad. All right. So what I love about these paper pads is that, yeah, we have these not loose. They're always in this pad, which makes it a little bit easier for me to show you because I can just read it like a book. And on the one side, we have this bonus sheet where we have all of these sentiments. And then we have this beautiful paper on the other side. And each of these designs is only one time, but every one is just so special. I just think these are so stunning. I mean, look at these vibrant colors, and especially if you like astrology or astronomy, or if you love horoscope related things, then it's just amazing. But if you don't like that at all, because you're like, oh, I'm not into horoscopes and astrology, then I still think it's nice because it could also just mean the sky, you know, like an evening sky. And yeah, the universe, the planets. I just think it's so beautiful. It's a little bit more like spiritual or mystical. And yeah, I don't know. I just think it's such a gorgeous design. I love it. And with the 12 by 12 paper pad, with what I think is always nice, is that you can use it either way. So you could use it mostly for scrapbooking if you want to, because obviously that's what it's designed for. But the images in itself, they are not too big. So all of those can also be cut to a different size, and then you can use it for a card front or maybe art journaling or just a smaller project. So even here, where you would be like, oh, maybe this is only usable now for a scrapbook page because it's a bigger image, but you could still cut out certain images here, and then you could still layer it onto a card, for example. So that's what I really love about Stamperia. I feel like all of their papers, they're like really versatile, and you can just use them for many different projects. Or of course, if you're still like, this is a little bit too big for me, then you always have the option of the smaller version. So of course, I always recommend having them both is the best variety, but it's really up to you and whatever project you have in mind. And what I also like is that that's not where it stops. We also have more variety here with these background selections. I will open this up too. So once again, it's not loose, it's a paper pad. It's really nice, so I can just lay it like a book. So here we have again these beautiful universe, cosmos imagery here, and I just think all of this is so stunning because it almost looks like it had gold speckled on it, you know, like as if you already created it like a mixed media project and then you just sprinkled some gold on top. And I just feel this is such a stunning look. I mean, I love all this color range of like blue and gold. It's just gorgeous. So here we have more of the horoscope related things, but as I said, it could also be more like universe inspired. And it's not technically a fall inspired scrapbooking paper, but then again, because the nights are longer or it's earlier dark, I still feel it fits to the time right now where you maybe get into this more winter mood. And again, this color is just amazing. Again, just so beautiful. The gold and the blue fit so nicely together. And then we have more earthy tones as well, because I feel like earthy tones and blue, that also works really nicely together. And then again here, I feel it has a bit more of a winter look. So I think it still fits somehow, even though it's not Christmas related. And yeah, again, just such a gorgeous design and yeah, fits so beautifully together. And once again, that's not where it stops, because what I love even more about Stamperia is that they also bring out all these accessories that fit to their paper. All right, so as you can see, here it's 6 by 12, and especially if you love art journaling, then this might be for you, because then of course you don't maybe need 12 by 12, but maybe this is more what you would need in an art journal. Or again, you can just layer it on cards or whatever little project you have in mind. If you want to create a smaller frame, then obviously this would be perfect here as well. So even if you would just say, hey, I don't really like to create big projects, but maybe you could use this paper for like a card, and then you can layer more things on top of here from these collectible sheets. So here you have some fussy cutting options. And Stamperia, they always mix it up that some parts you can just fussy cut, and then other parts could be your background. Like here, for example, you have a background, and here you can just cut out these tags, for example. And they have beautiful sentiments here as well. Everything with the moon, or never stop looking up. The beauty of nature is everywhere. The moon is magic for the soul and light for the senses. Take me to the moon, magical vibes. I love you to the moon and back. I just think all of these sentiments are just so beautiful. I love that it's all like more mysterious and a bit mystical, almost spiritual, I would say. And I just think these, all of these mixed media vibes. They're just stunning. Here we have more star sign related cards, like depending if you maybe create a birthday card for a specific birthday, like for November, Scorpio, or Capricorn, Sagittarius. I just think this is cool. Or you can also use it more like a tarot card. So then again, it's more like spiritual, like more like a psychic vibe. And again, more things to cut out. I love this feather here as well. And then again, another stunning page that you can use as a background, or where you can just cut out these elements. So yeah, as I said, even if you're not into this kind of spiritual world, I still think it's stunning from all of these different layouts, and just gives you such a great variety. So I just think it's amazing. Then next one up, this is brand new to me, maybe not to you. I've never seen it before. So here we have a cards collection. So once again, something you can layer on your projects on top. So I never had those in the store before. So bear with me, I have to go through this myself. So here we have something called Love You to the Moon and Back. And this could be like a little tag or something that you maybe create almost like a quick gift card to give to somebody. But then again, you could obviously also cut it apart and just adhere it to any project that you have in mind. Then here we have my infinite love. So again, like little cards that you can just use as if you just need a quick card for somebody, or again, you just layer it on top. Here it says with lots of love, and here it's just the one piece. And you can use either way, really. You could also just use this as a bag and then layer this on, which I think is beautiful as well. Ah, these are stunning. I'm so glad that we got those in now. Here it says trust your senses, which is more like a bookmark size. But again, you could also obviously just layer it on something else. Here, like single cards again, kind of like tags for you. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this owl and the color here. Just so stunning. Here it says love. You are the center of my universe. It's like a postcard. That's cool. Or again, of course, you can use it for your projects. And here we have a square one. The moon is magic for the soul and light for the senses, is what it says here again. Just gorgeous. Best wishes. So here we have proper text. So here you even have a hole inside. Pretty cool. Another one here with greetings and the horse. And then with love, which I guess is a falcon. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then for you, and that's the moon, and these are like smaller tags, and take me to the moon. So yeah, pretty cool. Again, just different designs to embellish your projects even further. Or if you just need a quick card for somebody because you've forgotten somebody's birthday, or you need a quick postcard, then here it's already designed for you. Or of course, you can still design it further. So if you wanted to distress this now even more, maybe with these inks, where you can just, create a little bit more of an edge around, then you could still just make it your own. So yeah, just different variety really for all of your projects. And that's not where it stops. Like I said, we have so much to talk about. Here we have these chipboards, and these are adhesive. So once again, you can stick them on, or I sometimes also like to put a little bit of foam tape behind to just bring it up a little bit, just to create more dimension. And this is basically all moon related or universe related sentiments here. So we have free spirit or seeking spirit, never stop shining, peace of mind, enlightenment, debt of gratitude, you're a magical being, essence, no stars ask permission to shine. This is really nice. Or inside you is the light of 1,000 suns. Don't be afraid of the dark. You have inner light. Do not stop shining. Gratitude is a flower that springs from the soul. Believe in yourself. And then we have these little moon related stickers and stars. I just think, yeah, really cool for like a sentiment to bring onto your card. I love this, how this all fits together so nicely. Then we have another rub on here as well. So again, fits nicely together with either these chipboards or with the paper that you've just seen. So this is nice. Again, inside you is the light of 1,000 suns. And again, it's just more like a texture. So if you use any art journal where you don't want to create too much bulk, then again, obviously the rub-ons, they're great. They just give you the interest, but without adding anything too much to it. Then we have another stencil here. Hope you can see this through my hand. Maybe this is better. Yeah. So here we have some kind of night sky astrology related stencil. So you have these different horoscopes here, or these different star signs, where we have Gemini and Leo and Aries and so on. Or you can also use this one up here. That's an astrology chart, which I thought is nice because it, again, obviously works really nicely together. Then we also have this rice paper, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. So if you're into decoupage, then maybe this is for you. Here's another one. And yeah, really depends how you want to use it. So either here, obviously, you could just use a whole sheet. And here you can rip things out. Maybe you just want to create something in your art journal just with one of those images. Or you can obviously also use it as a whole, as a background. So I think these are really cool. And then we also have ephemera for this line. And these are two different ephemera packages. So the one are the clear die cuts, and the other one are similar to Vicky's. They're the adhesive paper cutouts ephemera. So let's open the clear die cuts first. All right. I hope you can see those. So if you watched my video once that was about the Sir Vagabond line, like the recent aviator one, there we also had the clear die cuts, and I just think these are absolutely stunning. Like the quality of this is just so nice. They feel like so nice and shiny. I just think they're so great. And as you can see, they are like so shiny, and I just love this look. So here we have like different sizes. Again, we have this astrology chart, or like the night sky, however you want to place it. And then we have the planets, like all sorts of sizes here, smaller and bigger. Hope you can see that. So really cool, all these different planets. And if you don't like the shiny look, although I have to say, just from feeling them, they just feel so good. It's just such a great quality. I really love these clear die cuts. I wasn't so sure first because I thought, if they're shiny, I'm not sure if I like it, because usually I like it a bit more distressed and vintage. But these clear die cuts are really fun, I have to say. But here we also have this matte version, if you like that better. Here you see it doesn't have any shine to it. And once again, you can peel this off, and then you can stick it into your art journal if you don't want to create too much bulk. And then again, we have different sizes here of all of those different ones. And it's not just all about planets with this one. Here we have more of these figures that you saw in the paper pad. We have the wolf, the deer, then different moon forms, and then also like different little sentiments here: cosmos, universe, astronomy, infinite love, and then different forms here. The owl again. Look up to the moon. I love this one. I hope you can see this. They're kind of small. And then I love all of these smaller pieces. So again, for like decorating anything on your card or for your scrapbook, then this is really nice. You have a lot of choice here as well. So really, really cool little pieces here. And then we have little stars, and then we also have little suns here as well. So lots and lots of decoration for your projects. So yeah, let me know what you think. That's it for now. But as I said, that's not really all. Very soon I will come back to you with lots of Christmas stuff. But for now, let me know if you love these lines as much as I do. Let me know what you think of the new Create Happiness release, and maybe you had a chance to play with these great stamps. And yeah, what do you enjoy more? Do you enjoy the scrapbooking side more or the art journaling side? I just think they're all amazing. And that's it for me for today. And yeah, as always, I wish you a crafty weekend. And remember, no stressy, be messy, and have fun. See you next time.